I encountered police visits due to a misunderstanding by a classmate about my frequent bruises. As a result, she's been reassigned to different classes and is facing consequences. I'm 19 and enrolled in a nursing program. In our program, we practice physical assessments on each other, requiring us to wear shorts and tank tops. It's relevant to note that I'm permanently blind in one eye, which causes me to constantly bump into walls, doors, furniture, plants, people, and even animals. As you might imagine, I'm covered in bruises on my blind side most of the time. During one class, we discussed signs of abuse, and the instructor mentioned persistent bruising as a red flag. I raised my hand and pointed out that with adults, it's critical to have a conversation before involving authorities, as there could be other explanations. The instructor asked for an example, so I showed my arm, covered in bruises from colliding with door handles at school, all varying in color and placement. She nodded in agreement, explaining that while we must immediately contact authorities for suspected child abuse, with adults, we should first talk to them. If their explanation seems reasonable, we refrain from reporting. Classes continued, but about a week later, police arrived at my home. They informed me they'd received a report of physical abuse due to my constant bruising. I explained my visual impairment to them. They inspected my home, spoke with my family, and found no evidence of abuse. When I asked for details, they said the university provided my address, as they take abuse allegations seriously. The university expressed concern and wanted to ensure my safety. After the police left, I spoke with university staff, including a counselor, to confirm I showed no psychological signs of abuse. Life resumed, though I continued to show up with bruises daily. A classmate later warned me that another student, let's call her Jay, was telling others she might call the police again because of my bruises. I documented this with reports from multiple classmates and waited. Sure enough, the police returned, repeating the same process. This time, I informed the university that Jay was using police reports to harass me and demanded action. The university decided to transfer Jay to different lab sessions so she wouldn't see my bruises. She later confronted me, calling me cruel for disrupting her schedule, claiming she was only trying to help. Relevant comments, deleted user. She clearly didn't absorb the lesson about speaking to adults first, did she? That's a critical skill for this profession. By ignoring the instructor's guidance to talk to the adult first, she caused all this. She brought the consequences on herself. Comment 1. Her first call might have been genuine concern, but continuing after everything was cleared shows harassment. Op. I was okay with the first time, mistakes happen, but the second time pushed me to ensure it stopped. Comment 2. I'm not blind, but I'm always bruised too. My legs and sides are constantly marked with purple patches. Doctors have confirmed it's not a medical issue, just my poor spatial awareness. I bump into door frames, desks, and counters, and my clothes often get caught on things. It's purely my clumsiness and lack of focus. Comment 3. Jay knew about your disability and was taught to talk to patients first. She could endanger patients in a domestic violence case. An abuser might escalate if police are involved, creating a dangerous, even deadly situation. Comment 4. Jay faced the consequences of not trusting you and meddling in your life. She needs to control that behavior, or she won't last as a nurse with such poor judgment. Comment 5. Honest question, how do you bruise so often? Is your other eye's vision limited too? Do you wear glasses? I'm also blind in one eye since birth and nearsighted, but I rarely bump into things. I occasionally sprain my ankle on uneven ground or stub my toe on corners due to blind spots, but my peripheral vision and head positioning prevent frequent collisions. Op. My other eye is nearsighted and my left side is a blind spot. Glasses block some peripheral vision, and keeping my head turned too long stiffens my neck. I need to move my head quickly. Bruising is common for me outside the home, but it doesn't affect my work. I bruise easily and often don't notice new obstacles. Comment 6. As a nurse, no disrespect, but is nursing the right career with your impairment? Op. Absolutely, I'm passionate about helping people and fully capable. I'm the only one who gets hurt, usually from not noticing my surroundings. Update 1. To recap, I'm blind in one eye, frequently bump into things, and am covered in bruises. In class, we learned to talk to adults before reporting abuse, but Jay called the police twice, claiming I was abused. This led to counseling, police visits, and therapist meetings until everyone confirmed I wasn't abused. Since my last post, Jay was removed from my lab sessions, though we still shared lecture classes. I thought she'd leave me alone, but I was mistaken. She continued spreading rumors about me being abused and called the police multiple times. This time, they mentioned reports from multiple sources, though I'm unsure if others called or if Jay involved her family. Privacy laws prevented them from disclosing callers' identities to protect reporters from potential retaliation. The university tried to intervene when police contacted them, but the police still visited me. I told them I felt harassed by these reports, and they assured me no further visits would occur. They began recording callers' names and numbers, warning that repeated calls after being told to stop would lead to harassment charges. A week later, Jay called again, using a false name, unaware that her phone number was traced. She's now facing charges for harassment and misuse of police resources. I'm unsure if I'll need to testify or what happens next. A classmate informed me of her continued calls, and I haven't seen Jay since. Relevant comments, deleted user, what's the university doing? Will she be expelled for harassment? With a likely criminal charge, expulsion is probable. Comment 1, you're not just protecting yourself but future patients. She has serious issues. Comment 2, my toddler has a clotting disorder causing constant bruising and cuts. She looks like a spotted dog. Last summer, CPS contacted us after someone falsely reported us for abuse, claiming they witnessed it. We weren't even in the country at the alleged time. It was pure harassment, likely from a neighbor annoyed by our home renovations. Comment 3, I read your earlier post and am glad for this update. Jay is clearly wrong and deserves consequences, hopefully, being barred from nursing. I'm also upset about comments questioning your ability to be a nurse due to your blindness. My brother, blind in one eye with a prosthetic since childhood, has been a nurse for over 30 years, working in ER, cardiac surgery, and trauma. He also rides a motorcycle. Ignore the naysayers and pursue what fulfills you. Best wishes for your career. Update 2. It's been 12 days since my last post and things have escalated. Much of this is second-hand, as I've fortunately avoided direct conflict. Jay doesn't know my exact address, only my general town. I invited a classmate, let's call her Rose, to my house for a group project. She's the only one besides the university who knows where I live. Jay knows this because Rose's cousin is married to Jay's cousin. They knew each other loosely before the program. Rose warned me that Jay was still calling the police, even after they promised no more visits. Instead, they tracked callers' numbers and names. Rose also alerted me that Jay's mother was trying to find my address to convince me to drop Jay's charges, though I'm not pressing charges. The police are. Rose warned me, so I stayed home until Jay's mother gave up. Jay's mother then harassed Rose, demanding my address to confront me directly. Rose refused, deleting our text to ensure Jay's mother couldn't access my information, even if she got Rose's phone. Rose reported this to the university with printed text evidence, which was shared with the police. The university's security is now monitoring for Jay's mother's car and will escort me to and from my car when I'm on campus. My car must be parked near cameras until this resolves. Fortunately, I'm at clinical placements, away from the university. Jay was expelled before clinicals, so she doesn't know my placement location or schedule, which is posted on the class page. The police reportedly warned Jay's family that contacting me constitutes harassment, per Rose. I'm unsure how to feel. My next university visit is for exams in 3 weeks, so I hope this dies down. My clinical site, informed of the situation with photos from Rose, who's at a different placement, has banned Jay's family from the premises and is monitoring for them. If this doesn't escalate further, I won't update, but if it worsens, I'll share more after my exams and HESI. Wish me luck as I try to focus on finals and not stress about Jay. I hope my story brings some entertainment amid this chaos. Thanks for the support and kind words. Wish Rose luck, as her family is pressuring her to share my contact details, and she's protecting me while guarding her phone. Relevant comments. Comment 1. Why is Jay's family causing so much drama? Have you considered a restraining order? I don't think a restraining order is needed yet, as they're not fully respecting boundaries. I'd rather let the police and courts handle it and move on. Comment 2. This is out of control. What's wrong with Jay and her family? They're endangering you and your family by accusing them of abuse, which could harm their reputation or jobs. The university's security measures are good, but Rose can't always warn you. Install door cameras if Jay's mother finds your home. Is Jay expelled? Her behavior shows she's unfit for nursing. Her actions could traumatize an actual abuse victim. Op. My home has cameras, and Jay's access to university systems is suspended pending charges, essentially ensuring expulsion once finalized. Thank you for your concern.